This is Charles Wharram of the English department at Eastern.
This is Christopher Hanlon, also of the English department, associate professor here.
And we have partnered to produce the Close Reading Cooperative, which is a podcast and literary analysis that we distribute to English majors, both at Eastern and beyond Eastern. And the idea with the podcast is just that, for a long time, Charles and I have thought that English majors pretty universally could stand to sort of brush up on their skills in close reading. That is,
I think that's true. I mean, basically, we see our mission here at the Close Reading Cooperative to bring close reading closer to the students.
We want our students to practice very specific skills, like how to take apart and analyze a metaphor, how to scan poetry, identify different kinds of rhythm. Most importantly, to be able to not only identify facets of literary language, but to be able to explain why it matters, why being able to describe
it matters a lot.
Yeah,
we're very serious about what we do here.
Yeah, and this is a kind of dialect that's called I dialect.
I dialect.
I dialect.
I dialect.
Right. Problem with I dialect?
I don't know. Dialect is something you hear.
Dialect is something you hear.
So it'd be ear dialect. The snow is calling me. I want to get this done. We have to get this done quickly, right now, because the wind is whispering to me about how I need to get skiing.
I'm just going to stop you right there, okay? Just stop that. I hate it when you do that.
Hate it when I do what?
The way you ascribe human emotions to nature, it's pathetic. It is pathetic.
No, it's not pathetic. It's fine. It's normal.
I beg to differ. It's not only pathetic.
It's poetic.
It's a pathetic fallacy is what it is, okay? And you should know that. That's John Ruskin's term for what happens whenever a poet or any other writer ascribes emotional capacities to nature.
But in 1066, what happens?
The Norman invaders.
The Norman conquerors.
The conquerors.
They quite rightly conquered the Anglo-Saxons, who were a very violent and ultimately odiferous people who needed to be conquered.
Okay, we should say this is not an official Eastern Illinois University history of the British Isles.
This is the correct version. That's absolutely correct. Yes.
Yeah, it's been interesting working with Charles. I mean, he likes to take credit for things. I mean, actually, the podcast was really my idea, but then Charles kind of horned in a way, and I'm okay with that. I mean, he's not tenured. Did I mention that he's not tenured, and so he's very concerned about building that portfolio and getting in there. He's great though. I really like Charles a lot.
What's it like working with Hanlon? Well, to be frank, he's such a prima donna sometimes. I mean, he's got this vision of how the whole thing is supposed to work, and I just have to sort of ride in his coattails all the time. It's like, this is the way we do things. This is how. This will be funny. This won't. This will be something. I feel like I'm exhausted just kind of running after him like a little boy. I don't know what to do sometimes. But I enjoy that too.
But I mean, one really great thing about the podcast for me has been the chance to work with my colleague Charles Wharram. I mean, I always enjoy collaborating with all my colleagues, but especially you, Charles. It's been fantastic.
It has been really a growing experience for me. And you've been wonderful. Yeah. It's perfect.
We done here?
Is it?